How will you choose to lead the way? Hello everyone, and welcome to the final day of this week's devotions, Lead the Way, where we've been diving deeper into Paul's words to Timothy, found in 1 Timothy 4 verse 12, which reads, "But set an example for the believers in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity." And this has just been an encouragement for us that we have been called to set the example that others may follow. And the final way that we set this example is in purity. The definition of purity is this: freedom from adulteration or contamination. In other words, cleanness, clarity, freshness, and virtuousness. But my favorite description of purity is this: lack of corruption. Now, the word corruption has many words surrounding it, but I'll just name a few: deception, fraudulent, iniquity, sinfulness, ungodliness, wickedness, perversion, and immorality. And in Proverbs 17 verse 20 we read, "One whose heart is corrupt does not prosper. One whose tongue is perverse falls into trouble." And I'm here to encourage us as believers today that we have the greatest example found in Jesus Christ. He has paved the way for us that we might follow him. But not only that, he has renewed and restored our hearts, that we can now hold the key to living this life of purity and leading others on it as well. In Ephesians 4 verse 21 to 24 it says, "When you heard about Christ and were taught in him in accordance with the truth that is in Jesus, you were taught, with regard to your former way of life, to put off your old self, which is being corrupted by its deceitful desires, to be made new in the attitude of your minds, and to put on the new self, created to be like God in true righteousness and holiness." This is the gift that we receive through Jesus Christ, that we can put on a renewed mindset and a renewed heart, a new self that is created to be like God in true righteousness and holiness. And in 1 Peter 1 verse 18 to 19 it says, "Knowing that you were ransomed from the futile ways inherited from your forefathers, not with perishable things such as silver or gold, but with the precious blood of Christ, like that of a lamb without blemish or spot." Jesus Christ made a trade with us. He said, "I want to take your impurities, your iniquities, your stainedness, and I want you to see, and I want you to share in my nature, which is blameless, spotless, and without blemish." This is the gift that we receive through following Jesus Christ and his word. And that is what allows us to be an example. What encourages us to lead well is knowing that Jesus Christ has cleansed us of all impurity. In 1 Peter 1 verse 22 to 23, I'll finish with this: "Since you have purified your souls in obeying the truth through the Spirit in sincere love of the brethren, love one another fervently with a pure heart, having been born again, not of corruptible seed, but incorruptible, through the word of God which lives and abides forever." At the beginning of this devotion, I asked the question, how will you choose to lead the way? Will you choose to follow the example of Christ? That he will lead you into the light of his word, knowing that it is by his blood and his blood alone that we have freedom from the impurity that followed us from our old past corrupted heart. Will you latch onto the truth of the new man, put it on, and let that transform you from the inside out? I ask one more time, how will you choose to lead the way? Always remember, you are highly favored and deeply